What is this thing I found at an antique shop? It is solid cast iron with holes on the backside to hang on a wall, I assume. The dimensions are about 8 by 1.5 by 2.25 inches. I couldn't find anything online with my searches, and my in-laws thought it was to hold used matches, but I didn't think so. I would welcome any information or ideas. It's a 19th century church pew umbrella drip catcher, often found at the end of church pews, to collect water dripping from wet umbrellas and walking sticks. These are often paired with a folding bracket higher up on the pew end to hold the umbrella handle or shaft upright. Any ideas on what this is? It's about 3 inches round, made of cast iron, with an open mouth, and is hollow inside. Someone mentioned it's a bottle opener, but there's no way to open a bottle on it, or to attach it to something. Guesses or clues would be greatly appreciated. This item is a 19th century redware African American face bank, a folk art coin bank molded from red earthenware clay. These coin banks were typically shaped as a human head, specifically depicting an African American individual with a coin slot integrated into the mouth. I recently moved into a house with a driveway in northern France and have it close to my gated entrance. At first thought I was going for an old lamppost base, but I'm not sure. I'm also thinking it could be a hitching post anchor. Does anyone know what this thing actually is? It's the bottom of a decorative mailbox, built from thicker metals and designed to last outdoors for decades. We had the same style of mailbox growing up. The mid-20th century saw rapid suburban growth and improvements in postal systems, such as the introduction of zip codes in the 1960s. So mailboxes became a standard feature of new homes and neighborhoods. What is this mystery old wooden object, made of dense wood, with clear wear and tear that has been polished over by use? There are carvings on all sides, as well as 3 skewed holes drilled from top to bottom. I've done extensive digging to figure this out. I've tried AI, searching by description, and even attempted to ID the wood. I have been unable to find a single lead, and certainly unable to find other examples. I'm really curious what this could be. Thanks. What you have is an antique Indian seed spreader, probably early 20th century or earlier. They're usually carved out of teak, and they always have 3 distribution holes. Basically, a cow or ox walks in front of the farmer. Straps in an hourglass shape suspend the cedar midway between the oxen and the farmer, who holds the straps taut around his waist. As they walk, the farmer adds seed to the cedar from a bag, and the seed is distributed evenly into plowed furrows. What is this thing I found along with some old skeletal bones in mixed gravel in Norway? The text on the other half says Landia, but we're not able to make out what it says before that. I'm pretty sure the bones we found were from some sea creatures, since there were also some shells and stuff in the gravel mixture. It looked like a lumbar vertebra or something. Sadly, I don't have a pic of it. Any idea what this is, or how old it may be? That's an 18th century clay pipehead of Zeelandia branding, likely originating from Gouda, Netherlands, the historical center of the Dutch pipe industry. During the 18th century, these pipes were not just for smoking, but served as a form of propaganda or regional pride. Gouda makers exported these highly decorated pipes across Europe and to the colonies. What is this, some kind of vintage primitive glass reflector found buried in the ground on our property? It's heavy as all heck, and the glass appears to be red. At first, I thought it was a hollow chamber inside the glass part, but this thing is so heavy, I bet that the glass is solid since it seems to be where the weight is coming from. My first thought was a vintage reflector from old farm equipment, but the pineapple motif suggests hospitality, so maybe it was a primitive version of what we'd call landscape lighting today. Does anyone have a clue what this could be? It's an antique cast iron fence post finial. It contains a rectangular piece of thick colored glass, often cobalt blue or deep red, held within the iron frame. These finials were typically used as decorative toppers for wrought iron fence posts or gates during the late 19th or early 20th centuries. I found this stick with a metal thing in the basement of an old house in Germany. The metal part with the holes can be pushed down and has some sort of steel spring mechanism that pushes it back out. My initial thought was a butter churn. Does anyone know what this would have been originally used for? That's a mid-century laundry plunger, a manual laundry agitator. Their use protected hands and backs. These laundry plungers came into use in the 1930s and remained in use until the 1960s. Clothes were put in a large kettle with heated water, and you would squish the cloth with this thing. What is this item from my great-grandfather? I am 40 years old, and I received it from my mother. It's made of wood and metal, no maker's mark, and it looks very old, possibly 100 plus years old. All I know is that this was bought in Switzerland, but we don't know where it has been produced. My first guess was some sort of specialty gun. Does anyone know what this could be used for, or what it might be called? It's a 19th century gun mousetrap, and I'm guessing its intention is to reuse old pistol mechanisms and barrels. You load gunpowder into the cylinder, load a patch and ball, then cock the hammer, put in a percussion cap, place some bait on the rings, then carefully set the trap and walk away. Then listen for the sound of the gun firing. My grandfather had one. He usually just loaded it with black powder, no ball, as a standard .36 caliber pistol ball is a bit of an overkill. It will vaporize the mouse. Also, I think he sometimes just put a wad of birdshot in it. What is this manufactured metal thing I found during a renovation of a 1968 house? Approximately 5 pounds, or 2.3 kilograms, and 8.5 by 5.5 inches, or 22 by 14 centimeters. The part in the center slides in from the back and seems to be intended for a wooden handle. There's a hole to put a retaining screw or nail, but I don't know why. There's a fair amount of slack around the ball end, and you can see a couple of bolt holes as well. It has too much gap around the ball to be a shutoff for anything, but it seems like you were expected to put it in one of the 4 directions and rest the center bit in a groove. Any idea what it is? Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.